When I found him, many years ago, he was just an infant abandoned in the woods. If he was going to survive, I knew he needed a people to protect him. It's why I entrusted him to the wolves. Akela was a just and noble leader. He allowed Mowgli to dwell among them all those years. The trouble was, wolves grew so fast, and Mowgli, well, let's just say he liked to take his time.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
This is Cheapseat Reviews.
Hello, and thank you for listening to Cheapseat Reviews, the podcast that explores the Hollywood film industry for the greater good. Sorry, it's just weird noise. This is episode 147, and today we're talking about The Jungle Book, 2016's The Jungle Book. I am Sean Allred, and joining me tonight is Andrew, the Olympic torch through India Jimison.
Hello.
Okay. Cornelius.
That was your best Indian accent, right?
Is that what that was?
No. Did you hear any whooping? Oh, I'm sorry. Wrong.
Yeah, wrong one.
Not indigenous peoples. Sorry.
No. There you go.
Yeah.
You're all racist.
You're racist.
Not me. I can't be.
Well,
isn't that how the rule
true.
works?
Yeah,
I think so.
You're right. According to all the classes I've had to go to.
Well, Tony Stewart gave me his race card, so.
Oh, in that case then.
His race card. Like a little card because he's a race car driver. That's fantastic. That's a good joke. That's a joke that both entertains and informs.
Yes.
Cornelius, see, Panthers are good, Logan.
Oh, that was low.
Nope.
That was low.
Although I will say that the description of it through Netflix refers to him as a Black Panther, and I thought, really, you really need to go there? Like, we don't call it brown bear and orangish tiger. Like, we don't have to do that.
Well, we do actually. They do have the brown bear and black bear. That is a thing. That is a thing.
Well, but doesn't actually describe it. Like, you don't actually have to say it.
Well, you're right. There aren't any white panthers or purple panthers. They're all just black panthers. I'm sorry I interrupted your Black Panther party. Sorry. And Sam eats his weight in food every day, Vector.
Oh, absolutely, because winter's coming.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
That might come back later.
Yeah, winter is coming.
Winter.
And don't forget, Sean, if we're ever up in a dead tree and there's a fire raging underneath us, I will certainly put you out on the deadest branch I can find.
I know. I figured in some way, shape, or form you were going to threaten me tonight, so I just that's expected now. Yeah. Cool. So this is like I said, 2016's The Jungle Book. So let's pull up a comfy chair made of dead trees and dive into the movie. Had anyone seen this before tonight or today's
not me.
viewing or this showing?
I did when I was a wee lad. They were very, very cartoonish, though.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
They've grown up.
Well, when they converted it to high def, it really changed the movie.
Oh, yeah, it just clears up everything. Even the story changed.
Yeah.
It was quite amazing.
The voices changed. The orangutan got real big and
and really less racist, actually. I'm actually kind of happy about that.
Yeah, and the snake kind of got sexy.
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, good for high def.
She's got a big mouth.
Yeah, she does.
So does that mean Mowgli speaks parcel tongue? Is that how that works?
I don't know.
Hey, there you go.
No, maybe, yeah.
He's a Slytherin.
He's a Slytherin. I actually kind of feel like I need to clarify my intro for Corny. We live in the North Carolina area, and I'm therefore I'm a Carolina Panthers fan. Corny hates the Panthers for reasons that are known only to him.
Dude, I say it every time. It's because Ricky Manning speared basically a defenseless wide receiver on a 4th down and basically caused the Eagles to miss their only possibility of going to the Super Bowl when they had Donovan McNabb and Terrell Owens.
Except for the fact that they went back a few years later and lost.
I don't care.
They
that
lost
was the
to
best
the Patriots. They lost to the Patriots because McNabb was fat and out of shape. And then they ran him out like he stole something. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that people were like, "Man, Sean hitting it kind of close there."
I was like, "Whoa, wait a second."
Yeah, I just thought about it. I was like, people that know are like, "Oh, how funny! Carolina Panthers, Corny hates them." But then I was like, "Wait, people don't know us." So anyway, just wanted to clarify that. As Corny drives down and beats the hell out of me. Okay. Anyway, so I have seen this. I actually saw this.
Yeah, please tape that for me, Corny.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be fun, actually.
You're a terrible person, Sam.
Oh yeah.
I'll live stream it.
Yeah, we'll live stream it. Yeah, do that your Facebook live stream. And then Sam can still heckle you the whole time. I will say this. So people who don't know, so Corny, again, we've mentioned this multiple times. He does lots of bands and stuff. And a lot of time when Corny's playing drums or trombone, he'll live stream it on Facebook. And Sam and I have turned it into basically a game where we will try to heckle Corny through Facebook while he's playing, and we're just basically trying to get him to laugh. It's actually quite fun. So
I keep seemingly though I keep missing his live performances.
Yeah, how about that?
Yeah,
it's like I put a block on.
It's funny actually. It gives me an alert that you're live. It actually does. It says Corny Nail's now live, and I'm like, hells yeah. Get me near some Wi-Fi, and it's time for some fun.
Well, be careful because one day you're going to click on that, and he's going to be doing something else.
Oh, that's true.
Well,
Andrew knows me too well.
That's up to him and Facebook. So.
One of these days, you're getting some beefcake.
Ooh, well. And by, of course, beefcake, you mean you're like sitting down eating dinner.
Pretty much.
That'd be like the worst stream ever. You're just at your mom's house eating
that'd be great.
Eating her mac and cheese.
Mom's house, you're going to hear some singing and some crying because I'll be so happy I'm eating that food.
Can I come too?
Well, as long as you don't do what Andrew did, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to bring that up. We'll talk about that off air.
I was about to say, I can't remember what he did.
We'll talk. Hopefully we'll remember.
He made me very sad.
Yeah, he made all right, fine.
It made Sean and I very sad.
We'll just put it this way. This is one of our best friends, and he almost died that night. He committed a cardinal sin, and that's all we're going to say. So,
did he eat too much?
Kind of.
It's not that he ate too much. It's what he ate too much of. We're going to stop, because no one cares. People listening don't care. They don't care who.
They want to know this. They want to know what almost killed the man.
Okay, fine.
Say, now that we're going to get email asking about it.
Okay, basically, Corny's mom, we went to Corny's mom's house and had dinner, and it was wonderful fried chicken and mashed potatoes and collard greens and mac and cheese, which was her baked mac and cheese. And we all had 1/4 of the mac and cheese, baked casserole, right? Which meant that there was 1/4 left. Now, we're all looking at it, and Corny and I are mentally having the conversation, you know what, we will split it 3 ways because it's delicious and we want to remain friends. And Andrew, literally with his bare hands, scooped in and picked up the whole corner and then just started shoving it in his mouth. And Corny and I stood agape with knives in our hand going, you mother, we were going to share that. And he almost walked home, and that's about a 2-hour walk or 2-hour drive. So he almost walked home. So there you go. There's a story. Andrew. Whatever. Poor Andrew. Nothing.
Yeah, poor kid.
No, whatever.
I was just picked on by you guys.
Yes, okay. Anyway, so back to the Jungle Book.
Hey, we're talking about monkeys.
Well, there are monkeys in this, yes, and
people say they're monkeying around.
Giganturan, whatever he was called. Andrew, what is this movie?
Well, after a threat from the tiger Shere Khan forces him to flee the jungle, a man-cub named Mowgli embarks on a journey of self-discovery with the help of a panther, Bagheera, and a free-spirited bear, Baloo.
That's actually a pretty good Ben Kingsley.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was going for, but I wasn't sure.
You should have done the Trevor Slattery version of Ben Kingsley, as in Mandarin from Iron Man 3.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can you do that version?
No, and that one really pisses me off, so I don't attempt.
I love that version. It actually
it makes me think of that movie, and I don't like it.
They'll never see me coming. Yeah. Cool. 2016's The Jungle Book. Thank you for that read, Andrew.
No problem.
So I've seen this, and none of you have, so this will be fun. Of course, we've all seen the original Disney cartoon.
Wait, this wasn't?
This was not the original Disney cartoon, no.
Oh.
This had some well-known actors, and I don't have the IMDb page pulled up for some reason, so I can't tell you about them. But I know it had your Sir Bing Kingsley in it.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray as the as Baloo, and
Idris Elba.
Oh man, he was Shere Khan. He was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You got your Scarlett Johansson as Ka, and of course the best performance would be what's his name, Christopher Walken as King Louie.
Yeah, that was a little weird. I'm not gonna lie, that threw me off.
Yeah, it did too. When he started talking in the theater, I was like, really? Okay.
Was this Gary Shandling's last movie?
This was his last movie. He passed away, I think, before the movie actually was released. So, yeah, it's a good thing he got arrested in Iron Man and Captain America 2. So he can. Never mind. I'm sorry. I'm making light of it of a great man and his whatever. I'm sorry. I'm bad with this.
That was awkward.
I want you to read my obituary and my eulogy at my funeral.
I will.
with footnotes, yeah, definitely.
Andrew had a thing, and
he was good at
it. We're gonna miss him, I guess.
Sort of.
He was a man.
Kinda.
He was a man who could make funny voices, and he recorded my outgoing message on our answering machine those times we lived together, and that's all I know about it.
Yes. Yep, exactly.
Yep. That's it.
That was pretty good, actually.
And we did a podcast once, and it was fun. There we go. All right. And I was the awkward videographer at his wedding. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, true story.
Don't generally you leave the couple alone afterwards.
Well, the funny part is that where they put me, someone decided to put a giant 6-foot wide, fern right where I was sitting. So in order for me to get the shot, I had to lean around the fern, and so the whole shot is at like a 40-degree angle of their wedding. And
the other angle camera, you can see Sean looking like a creeper.
Yeah. Because I'm just creeping behind this stupid bush. And then when they were getting in the car to leave, I thought they were leaving to go on the honeymoon. So I'm literally chasing the car down to put their camera in the car because, you're going to want to take your video camera on your honeymoon. And Andrew's like, dude, we're coming right back. This is just part of it. I'm like, oh, sorry, dude. I didn't know.
You were awkward.
I was super awkward at his wedding. It was fantastic. Anyway, enough of that.
Pulled his junk out.
No, that did not happen. Enough of that awkwardness. The Jungle Book. So, our first impressions time. This is the part of the show where we kind of do our initial first impressions, and I know no one has seen this version of the movie. So, Andrew, if you'll lead us off, sir.
All right. Well, I did start watching this with my family about a month ago, and I fell asleep on the couch watching it because I told my wife, hey, we're watching The Jungle Book for the podcast. And she said, you've already seen that? And I said, no, I haven't. I don't remember. So I did watch it again, and I stayed awake this time mostly.
Mowgli? What?
But yes. And so I really enjoyed and I like this in movies, where they have almost like a live action, open the storybook, and then you're sucked into the story. I've always liked that, and Disney has done that many times. But for some reason, it just makes you think, hey, this is a fairy tale. This is not reality, and it kind of sets you in the mood. I loved the pull-away shot from the Disney castle, which I guess they're doing with their live-action movies now. Mm-hmm. Was really cool.
Anybody notice, by the way, that the castle was a little cartoony this time, though?
Yeah, they went back to like what it was when this movie first aired or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
I thought that was kind of cool.
The the cell version of it. Gosh.
But as for the movie itself, I thought it was good for what it was. It told the story of the Jungle Book, which most people know unless they are a wolf and have been living under a rock. Or
do they live under a rock?
I get that one. Yeah.
But I did think that the kid, whatever his name was,
Mowgli, or the actual actor,
Neil Sethi or Sethi,
Patrick Harris,
whatever his name is, I thought he did a great job, and
as good as a child first-time actor can.
Yes. But I had a good time with it. I thought that the voice actors did a great job too, minus unfortunately Christopher Walken, which you may have liked, but his singing was not really singing. It was talking with it was more recitative. It wasn't really singing. And I don't know. Other than that, it was okay. Just okay.
All right.
Not great, not bad, but just okay.
Corny.
Bring me the boy. I want to start a fire.
Not bad.
I'm working on it.
Yeah,
I love it.
No, I don't know, man. I think my problem with this movie is that in my mind, I was going to get a live action version of what I'd seen before, and I didn't get that. And I kept wanting it. And even though I kept telling myself, no, man, this is not it, it just wouldn't show up. But story-wise, it did keep my attention as best as it could. I didn't think it actually would do that. I figured out that Mowgli is essentially MacGyver, which is pretty cool. And apparently he also has a healing factor of Wolverine, which is also incredible. So he should have actually gone hand-to-hand combat with King Louie. I think that would have been pretty awesome. He would have survived, of course, because could have sliced across the chest, and then 20 minutes later, no blood. Other than that, no, I actually did find this pretty interesting. It's a good family watch, except for the whole tiger falling into the flames and combusting.
Mm-hmm.
He will not be in Jungle Book 2, that's for sure. But no, I had a good time, and I would watch this with the family again, yeah, for sure.
Okay, right on. Corny? Corny, you just went. Sam?
All right, so...
Okay.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
No, he was...
I was just going to go again.
He was playing with the joke.
Oh, he was going to go again. All right, well, I've got very mixed opinions on this one. For the longest time, I thought, hey, I'm thinking of making this one of our Friday night movies. Maybe getting the girls out, get some popcorn, and watch The Jungle Book with the girls. And I am glad I saw this movie before I put this in front of my 5 and 3-year-old. This is an intense movie. And what did you say, Kimberly? She's 6. Oh, she's 6 now. That's right. 6 and 3. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic. Kimberly with the
until they're 12, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. She's 6. Anyway, I'm kind of like Corny. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer tied to the fun Disney version in terms of levity and just kind of jokey kind of character. And they did some parts. There were some interesting things, especially with Baloo. That was hilarious. But the tiger was freaking frightening. And killing the wolf pack leader and the final scene in the trees, he was just absolutely frightening. And some of the scenes of peril with the wildebeest, not wildebeest, what are they called?
Water buffalo.
Were just, I think, probably a little bit too much for my 6-year-old to not have nightmares about. But there's one thing this movie does have going for it, and it is a gorgeous film. The shots, the characters, the animal characters, and the environments they're in are absolutely gorgeous. Mr. Brett Favre did a great job directing this thing.
Oh,
because I really appreciated some of the jungle scenes that he did, and
I was wondering where you were going to connect that to, but okay, Jon Favreau, sure,
yeah, and same thing, and another common complaint I had throughout the movie is that the animals themselves, while they were gorgeous and felt real, I felt like there was no emotion behind the face. It felt very robotic, and even the voice acting I didn't think was all that great.
For who?
All of them.
Oh,
all the animals. I didn't buy any of them. There was just no emotion behind them, and I don't know if that's just because they wanted to keep it as natural as possible, but there wasn't a whole lot of emoting through those animals. I also think that Ben Kingsley probably was not the best choice for the voice of the panther.
I actually thought that was pretty solid. Like
I just didn't.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of unilaterally disagreeing with you in my head, but okay.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. But the only animal that I really kind of thought was a perfect fit was the Scarlett Johansson snake, and I don't know if she smoked a pack of cigarettes before she did her voice acting on this, but
she actually ate a live snake.
Yeah, but she was how do you say hypnotizing through that voice acting. But I thought the kid did great. I thought it was beautiful. I don't hate the movie. I thought the character acting was bland.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay. I 95% disagree with you.
Shut up.
I agree with you that I would not have let my 3 or 4-year-old see this.
Yeah.
Mainly because we're getting to this age now where he's questioning death and killing and things, and he's seeing it in cartoons, even like in Star Wars Rebels and stuff like that. He's like, "Did he die?" And I'm like, "No, he's not dead." And, like we watched The Good Dinosaur a few weeks ago. Where's his dad? Well, he got taken away by the river. Where did he go? Far away. Did he die?
The hell.
Oh, sorry, spoiler. So anyway,
he became one with the Force.
He's alive because he's a ghost dinosaur.
Okay. So anyway, I actually liked all of the voice acting except Christopher Walken, and only because I thought it was like a punchline than anything else. Like I thought it was like I don't know, like maybe like a wink and a nod, whatever. Like, oh, here's this weird big giant ape thing, so we should get somebody who's equally kind of weird and giant. So we'll get Christopher Walken. I thought Ben Kingsley was fantastic because he's got this calming kind of I know it all kind of voice, and like whenever he talks, you just listen to him.
And cream your shorts.
I mean, a little bit, like even the intro there, I really enjoyed just listening to him talk. I thought Bill Murray was fantastic, and half my clips are of him talking. And Idris Elba as Shere Khan, my gosh, he terrified me. There were moments when he was, when he did his 180 and killed Aquila and turned onto the the group, he was terrifying. And when he's doing that bit when he's telling the pups about the bird or whatever that he's basically the dodo bird, he's basically giving the mother a message. Your pups are gonna die because you harbored this other thing. And he was scary and creepy, and he's turning into a really good bad guy. So I really enjoyed all of their performances. I mean, again, the only one that annoyed me was the Christopher Walken one, but everyone else I really enjoyed. And I thought Mowgli, the kid, he did fine for having to act against puppets and Jon Favreau standing in for Baloo and things like that. So
yeah, close enough actually.
Yeah. He's about the same. He's gotten kind of big, but anyway, Hollywood. You're successful, you can get big. So I again say, that's fine. We can disagree. It's not a problem. In fact, it probably makes the show better sometimes. But I had a good time with this. Go ahead, Andrew.
So did the boy have to sit on Jon Favreau's stomach in the river and
No, that was animatronic. That was he was
Actually, what happened is that Jon Favreau was just taking a break while floating down the river.
Just come sit on my belly. I'm sure I can float, and we'll pretend to sing back and forth. No, that was
hey, John, we're not shooting. What? Oh, I don't care. I'm just getting some fruit floating down the stream. That's what I do on the weekends.
Oh, sure.
I go to the woods during hunting season.
Like an otter take shots at me.
Right. In fact, I actually wanted to see this movie once I saw Jon Favreau's name attached to it. As soon as I saw that he was directing it, I was like, "Oh, I want to watch this." And I thought, "Oh my gosh, sorry." Sam, you made the joke about Shere Khan, or somebody made the joke about Shere Khan not being in Jungle Book 2. They're actually making that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
What?
They're making a Jungle Book 2. He's directing it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Who Shere Khan is?
No, he's not. No. The only information is a sequel to Disney's 2016 live-action film The Jungle Book, directed by Jon Favreau, and the fourth live-action film from Disney to be in works as a sequel after Alice Through the Looking Glass, coming out in May 2016. Oh, Looking Glass is. Oz the Great and Powerful 2, no date set. And a Maleficent 2 set for 2017. Only one film.
Why do they make sequels to movies? I mean, I know Maleficent made lots of money.
Yeah.
But, like, didn't the Wizard of Oz movie didn't make a whole lot of money for them?
Oh, I don't know. Oz.
I know Jungle Book
recall it didn't make a lot of money.
Oz the Great and Powerful. I liked it. I thought it was fine. Sam Raimi directed it, so it had that Sam Raimi feel that I like. I know that your wife Kimberly probably hated it because The Wizard of Oz is the only movie she'll ever watch. It made $500 million. So
okay, yeah.
With a budget of 215, so even for Disney,
like,
that's pretty good.
The Alice Through the Looking Glass.
Oh, I don't know. Pretty much anything that Johnny Depp is attached to right now sucks. Yeah. Alice Through the Looking Glass. In fact, I don't remember much like even hype about this movie. You know, like
if I remember right, Chad really liked that one.
It was only a budget, and I say only.
God rest his soul.
Thank you. Only 170 million, but it grossed almost worldwide right shy of 300 million. So I mean, it made money, but barely.
In Disney terms, lately, that's losing.
As opposed to The Jungle Book, this movie was a almost 200 million. It made almost $1 billion worldwide.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
were people taking their kids to this thing? That's just baffling to me.
Oh yeah.
Well, I mean,
Book is the title.
Yeah, but I mean, like your 8-year-old would have been fine to go watch this, or your 10-year-old, or you know what I'm saying, your 11-year-old. They would have been fine to watch this. Your 6-year-old daughter might not have been okay with this, but but dude, people freaking took their 13-year-olds and 14 and 12-year-olds to Deadpool because people didn't know what the heck they were watching. They're just like, "Oh, it's a comic book movie, let's go!" And then the first F-bomb comes in the first 6 seconds of the movie, and they're like, "Oh, this is the wrong movie." This had a budget of 175 million, so they made a lot of money on this movie, which is, I guess, why they're greenlighting a second one. But I didn't realize that Favreau, the director, he's directing this. They've also slated him to direct the Lion King remake. They're doing a Lion King live-action version.
Interesting.
Which I'm not really sure why, but I mean,
you had my curiosity, and now you have my attention.
Right. Thanks. I'll be your Huckleberry. Yeah, I don't know why they're doing that, but whatever. That's what Disney's doing now. They're just remaking all their old cartoons into live-action movies. I mean, Cinderella I actually thought was kind of fine, but that's just because I have a thing for Lily James. I think she's kind of amazing.
I liked Snow White.
You do not dare you say Snow White and the Huntsman.
Yeah,
that is the worst film I have ever seen.
Yeah. You know,
really on this podcast.
It's not the worst film I've ever seen, but seriously, that movie is pretty close to rubber territory. Seriously,
well, that's one of the best out there right now. I tell you.
I know.
Disney should make a sequel to that.
They did make a sequel to it. They did.
Rubber?
No, not Rubber. No, the
what the hell?
The Alice and the Huntsman. They called it The Huntsman. And
yeah.
It was Hemsworth and other attractive British lady and some
Helen
other.
Mirren.
No. Helen Mirren. Oh my God, that's your go-to hot British lady. No, she was in Live, Die, Repeat. What's her name?
Holly Hunt.
No.
Alice Eve.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Charlize Theron.
No. Okay. Most of these aren't even British people. Okay, hang in there. Jeez.
Isn't she gonna be a superhero now?
Judi Dench.
Huntsman. Charlize Theron is in the Huntsman movie, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Yeah, it was Emily Blunt is who I was thinking of.
Blunt. There you go.
Yeah. And Jessica Chastain is in it. So Nick Frost is in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude from from Hot Fuzz.
Jessica Chastain scares me a bit.
Why?
I don't know. She's like redheaded.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
That stuff spreads.
All right. So anyway, I'm just gonna ignore you. Let's just ignore the problem. It goes. We would learn that in Imitation Game, right? And Sam is a bully, and if you just ignore them, they'll go away. Anyway, so what was I saying? I don't know. What I was saying is that Huntsman's awful because Kristen Stewart's in that, and she's terrible. She's terrible.
Her emotional range in that movie is just
Oscar-worthy. There's a reason why she was sleeping with the reason why she was sleeping with the director so she can keep her job.
Yeah,
it was so bad. And like
speaking of that, I saw American Ultra last week sometime.
Yeah,
isn't that an alcoholic beverage?
No, it's a movie about two people who are stoned. Her and Jesse Eisenberg. But
but
I bet you
it turns out to be pretty damn violent.
I bet you that she can play stoned really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's a mouth breather. I mean, all she does is just stand there and go.
Oh, you just lost our audience of one.
I don't care. Like my wife, who likes those Twilight movies, she says that Kristen Stewart is the worst part of those movies, like by far. She says, in fact, that Kristen Stewart in the first movie kind of ruins the first movie because she's so bad. But whatever, she's fine. Some people think she's attractive. I don't, but whatever. The only good thing, seriously, to come out of those Twilight movies is it gave us Anna Kendrick. So let's all be thankful for that. So there you go. What was I going to say? I don't know. So this movie
and creepy mustaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creepy mustache.
Her dad had a nice big mustache.
Billy
was really good.
Billy Zane,
mustache.
Whatever his name was, Billy Barda, Billy Bilbo Baggins.
Oh, Billy.
Yeah, something.
Billy Zabka.
Billy Zabka, the Karate Kid. I don't know. So this movie. So I was again going against Sam, but this movie does not have. It's not without its issues. I was confused at when the guy was like, "We've not seen a drought since anyone was alive." And then that one's like, "Hey, Peace Rock, how do you know? If no one's been alive."
That was my first thought. I was like, "Wait a minute. If you've never seen the Peace Rock, how do you know this is the Peace Rock?"
Right.
I wish they would have made him a hippie. And be like, "Oh man, it's the Peace Rock."
and then somebody just overheard him and he's like, "Oh, I guess that's a thing."
Yeah, it comes out of a hole in the ground with smoke, kind of wafting out of the top of it.
You got any water? No, it'd be cooler if you did. So
nice.
So this movie is I'll say this, it's definitely a Disney movie. Now I know it's based off the Kipling book, which is a little more different and way more violent than the Disney version with the slightly racist orangutan and the uber racist crows.
I forgot about the crows.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
If King Louis is slightly racist, then I don't want to know what your thought of actual racist is.
Well, that's the joke that I say when someone's a little racist. It's like saying you're a little pregnant. You either are or you're not. You know, it's so I try to I use it as brevity, if nothing else. But I did like the song that they sang. You know, the little jazz thing that they did with they were scatting back and forth. Like that was kind of cool. But the fact that Baloo put on a coconut and people thought he was a monkey was funny. But I liked this version when he just kind of walks in and he's like, "Oh, you're just so big. Look at all that skin and just squatting there."
He's sitting on an ancient throne.
On that ancient throne.
So majestically.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Take him." And then they're all trying to get him and he's just sitting there like, "Oh, stop." And he just kind of pushes him aside because he's a bear, It's just, I thought he was great. I mean, he was probably one of my favorite parts. And,
well, and it's Bill Murray, for goodness sake.
Oh, and it's Bill Murray. You're right. And he does a great job. He actually had my favorite line of the movie, which I certainly captured. What were you saying, Corny? Sorry, Sam. I interrupted you.
I don't know now.
Oh, okay. So this movie had a lot of tropes. A lot of movie tropes, a lot of Disney tropes. I mean, I guess it's not their fault that the character doesn't have a parent, but then he does have a parent, but then he loses that parent. So, yay, Disney movie, right? The kid has to lose a parent. Then you got what's some other other tropes I wrote down? Movie starts with fake danger trope. He's like being chased by a panther, and then because if you don't know, I mean, it's possible. I mean, your kids wouldn't know, right? And then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh, I would have gotten you again, blah, 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 blah." And you're like, "Oh, the panther tried to kill him. Is that going to go?" The thing that makes him different allows him to help others trope, I was trying to come up with a name with this trope, and we've used it before on the show, the "I don't love you to save you" trope. That part came up in the movie when Baloo was like, "No, I don't like you. I was just using you." Shere says, "I flippin' hate that." And she got up and left. And
that's the old throw the rock at the dog to get it to go away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they use that a lot in movies, and frankly it that
pisses me off.
Yeah, so there you go.
I do that when I'm letting my kids go to school.
Go to school. "We don't want you, Daddy. I don't love you."
Get out of the car.
I never
love you anymore.
At the end of the day, you're like, "I love you, kids. Come back." So don't call DSS on me. For what? So there was some more tropes. We'll talk about those later. Another thing that kind of annoyed me was when they're at the watering hole, right? And he throws in the shell, the turtle shell, and drags it across the water to get the water to drink, right? But why did he throw it 50 feet away and then drag it across the water? You're not going to get more water that way. The only reason was
show off.
Yeah, to get the reaction shot. And I was like, even smart little 6-year-old would know not to do that, but whatever. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he just wanted to show off. Interesting the wolves from on his tricks. What? I can't write apparently.
Frown?
I don't know. May frown on his tricks instead of encourage him to be him. I guess I did mean to write frown instead of I wrote from. Weird,
Look,
whatever.
You're a man-cub. You're not a wolf. Yeah, stop using man stuff. But I have hands with opposable thumbs. I can do this.
I wonder what bathroom they make him use.
Nature's bathroom.
There's the Disney-specific trope.
Okay.
Of Disney putting stuff from other movies in their movie.
Oh, yeah.
The scene with the water buffaloes is straight out of The Lion King.
Oh, absolutely.
And there's some other stuff as well, but.
Well, there were two that I caught and one that Sarah caught. So obviously the water buffalo straight out of The Lion King, right? Mm-hmm. But that's also a nod to the book. In the book, that's how Mowgli kills Shere Khan, is by causing a stampede of water buffalo and kills Shere Khan while he's sleeping. So
dang, that's ice cold.
That is cold, right? Like that's more than Han Solo shooting first stuff, man. That's messed up.
Some next level serial killer shit.
No joke. The other one was the other Lion King reference. Anybody see the other one? I tweeted it out earlier for the show. The Timon and Pumbaa reference.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Wait. I'm sorry. I didn't catch that.
Catch what?
The Timon and Pumbaa reference.
Really?
Where was it?
It was right when they're all the animals are kind of huddling up to escape the jungle,
the fire.
The fire. Yeah.
I must have totally missed that.
Yeah,
you didn't hear him say Hakuna Matata?
No. No, apparently not.
No, it's okay. I'll just real quick while we're chatting here, I'll throw it up on Facebook for you. I'll show it to you, Sam.
Okay.
And then the one that Sarah caught was she saw the genie lamp in King Louis's cave thing, whatever. She was like, "Hey, look, there's the genie." So.
I didn't see that one.
Yeah, she caught that one. So.
Interesting.
Yeah. So anyway.
I'll have to go back and check that out, actually.
Yeah, I have to look for it.
So, like, when you say Timon and Pumbaa reference, is it like they have two animals that look like it, or
yeah, I'm gonna send it to you right here.
On the Twitter, you say?
No, I'm gonna send it to you on Facebook. It's easier for me to do it that way. But yeah, it's just a screenshot from the movie. But here it comes. Anyway, check Facebook. But anyway, and for those of you who
I'm gonna check it. Check the hell out of it.
For those of you who are listening later, go to our Twitter page, twitter.com/whatever at Cheapseat Reviews. That's what it is. Yeah. It's already there. I put it up there.
Your mama.
Anyway.
Oh well, there it is. See, you know why I was distracted is because that meerkat looks like somebody is like hanging it and stretching it.
That's what they do. They stand up real tall.
But not like that. That's a weird.
Have you ever seen meerkats?
Oh yeah, I know they stand up like that, but that meerkat looks weird.
He watched Meerkat Manor.
Yeah,
the head is way too small or something.
I don't know. I think you're weird. You're weird looking.
Nice.
Anyway, okay.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Anyway, there it is. Timon and Pumbaa. Cute. Good job. And real quick, corny side note: are you friends with my brother-in-law on Facebook?
I don't think so.
Well, then I'm going to send you something. I know no one cares about this, but you're going to love this, corny. So anyway, elephants are the kings. Why?
Apparently.
Why are they kings?
Because they're big.
Do you like that, corny?
I did actually. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, is it because they're big? Is it just because they're bigger than everyone? It just seems
they've got good ideas. You see, the
best ideas.
They've got the best ideas, and are smarter. They're some of the smartest people in the world. Because they've got the best ideas.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, okay. Well, good for them. I think it's just because they're big. Water buffalo ex machina. Does that count? Do we accept that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Good.
Sure.
Sorry, I gotta get off Facebook. There's too many funny videos happening right now. My father-in-law.
I thought I would never hear.
Let's get distracted.
I know.
I gotta get off, man. I gotta get off this.
It was funny because I saw the picture that I wanted to send you, Corny, and then my father-in-law posted something. It was like these videos. It's some, busy intersection in China or something where there's a train that comes through the street, and to prevent people from, getting killed by the train, they put up these road barriers that come out of the ground to stop cars. It'll mess up your car, but at least you won't die. And it was like car after car after car hit this barrier. It's kind of funny. I really think the pack of wolves could have killed Shere Khan about 4 times over.
I don't know.
I just...
He was so big.
I understand he's big.
Big.
But...
And the way a wolf pack actually kills most of their clients is that they...
Kills their clients? Okay.
They run it to death.
Hey, I wanna hire your pack.
They're like the worst physical trainers ever.
Yeah. No, you're right,
All
Sam.
right.
I mean, you're right. I mean, they do. They run it down and get it from behind. I understand that.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Nice.
He ran right into the back of that one.
Yeah, sure did. Damn. I don't know. I still you know, that he kills their leader, and then they're all just gonna like, oh, well, okay, we're gonna be.
I would have thought that they would have just all gone after him right then.
I do too, but
you know.
Ah, well, it's fine. We needed the moment. We needed to have the moment later on. We needed the Popeye moment. The you're not gonna the Spider-Man trope. You want to get to him, you got to go through me, kind of bit, right? Which was great, you know. Especially watching a bear and a tiger fight was actually intense and great.
Yeah, they did that so well.
And of course you're rooting for Baloo, right? You know Mowgli has to be the one that defeats him because he's, the good guy, bad guy, but
I was worried they're going to kill him off.
Baloo was no, you can't kill him off.
But as dark as this movie had gotten,
you got to have him in 2. Well, there's only what, 3 deaths in the movie? And only 2 on screen. Wolf Leader and Shere Khan.
The father.
Yeah, and the father's
Shere Khan.
Yeah, he's off screen.
Yeah.
Anyway, Scarlett Johansson I thought was pretty good and kind of sexy in a creepy way, I wrote. It just happens that she's able to show his backstory. That was kind of convenient. Damn, that's a lot of B's, I wrote. Why do we hear buzzards every time we see Shere Khan? You notice that every time he was getting ready to come on screen here. I thought, is that to emphasize death follows him or something?
He just eats animals all the time. Yeah, by the way, speaking of death following him, how ceremoniously,
yeah.
Thank you, ceremoniously, did he kill? It was just, I laughed. I shouldn't have laughed, but I laughed.
Oh yeah, he picked him up. I mean, he threw him like a bitch.
Yeah,
I mean, he kind of did.
He's a male dog, so I don't think we can call him a bitch.
He threw him like a dog. Yeah. I don't know. What's the male version? Dog, I guess. I don't know. You're the
AWG.
You're the man now, dog. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're the man now,
that's
dog.
why I think if the tiger is cornered and can't get surrounded, the tiger wins every time.
I get that. I kind of get that to a point, but again, just sheer and sheer weight of numbers, right? I mean, if all of those wolves are biting and clawing and scratching, he's eventually going to wear down. It's a marathon.
He's got the healing factor Mowgli has. So
I mean, also you have to think too. This had the action fight scenes had 90s action all over it. Let's attack one by one, and stand back until it's our turn to go get them.
Well, the wolves
except for the wolves.
Yeah,
of course.
they did.
Yeah,
they did an attack in mass, probably because it was easier to animate, them. You know what I'm saying? Like, the reason why they do that is because it's hard to film multiple at one time. Because if you all just dogpile on it, it's not an attractive moment in film. It's just a football, play. But it's funny. I actually rewatched today at work. I was showing some students. They were like, "Hey, have you seen Rogue One?" I'm like, "Yeah, I have, and I actually really liked it, except for a couple little things. But for the most part, it was really good, and it kind of changes a little bit of the canon of Star Wars, which is fine. But blah 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 blah. Donnie Yen was great. Who's Donnie Yen? Let me show you who Donnie Yen is. And I showed the fight from the Ip Man that we watched when he fought the 10 black belts, and I rewatched that. That scene is phenomenal.
Yes,
because they did where he has to fight 10 guys, and again, they all do the thing. They all have to kind of wait their turn, but there's a moment where it's like 4-on-1, and it's beautifully shot. And I had forgotten how many times he breaks somebody's leg or arm in that scene, and like these 3 grown men watching it's going, "Oh!" It was good. So I kind of want to do the whole series for the podcast. Truth be told, maybe
I'd like to see the second one.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, thank you, Corny.
Yeah, thank
Seriously.
you. Absolutely.
Again, all of the grief I gave you for it was simply for clip purposes, but I think we have a solution that's usable. So I will just do these dub voice.
Sean subtitles?
Yeah, Sean subtitles.
I guess I need to go back and watch all those. I haven't seen any of them.
Well, just watch the first one.
The first one.
Yeah, just watch the first one. It's worth watching. It's a little long, but it's really good. Donnie Yen he's a fantastic martial artist. I mean, I don't know if has the star power that Jet Li had when he was at his prime, but
no, definitely not. I don't think so.
But just putting him in the Star Wars movie, I think, helps a little bit. I mean, we saw him in Blade 2, but You know, but I
totally forgot about that. Too,
yeah, he was in Blade 2. Yeah. Anyway, unfortunately, he was not in this movie, though Kung Fu Animals would have been fantastic.
Johnny Yang was in this movie, though.
Okay, I believe you.
Yin and Yang.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so tricks are bad. Oh, the tricks aren't bad now because he saved the elephant, and so now the Elephant Kings owe him a favor, which is pretty cool. I feel for Baloo. I hate height, and that's a lot of weight to carry when he had to climb up that cliff to save his buddy.
Oh.
So the question is how does he get down? Did they go another way?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's kind of like, when I worked at Carowinds, you would just have me go do stuff, and I'm like, damn, I'm fat. Now I find another way else to do it.
Yeah, I need you to move that 600-pound thing. Do I have to do it on the ground? Yes. Then no problem. All right, thanks, Corny. Which is pretty accurate, right?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
That's why my back hurts now.
Well, that's actually probably true. So sue them. Popeye moment I wrote. Never thought about it, but Khan took both of his fathers. I wrote also, hopefully someone can get some Neosporin on those cuts. And I know
honey will do.
Or honey apparently is the nature's ointment or something is what the thing said. The pangolin said or whatever it was. I know the movie is trying to show the jungle is all about law and order, but a female would never be head of the pack. Just saying. It didn't work that way. But, whatever. She has
we voted for Trump.
She, shut up. she has an Oscar, so you let her be the boss. I hate you. And I feel like I have to say this. I did not vote for that man. So I'm just gonna say. You want to go through him, you got to go through me trope. The bait the bad guy by exploiting his weakness. Of course, his weakness is pride and anger trope. So yeah, there you go.
Delicious man-cub.
Yeah, come get me. Anybody want some clips?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. Here's a little Bing Kingsley being sexy. Or not.
I realize you weren't born a wolf, but couldn't you at least act like one?
There you go. See? Don't be who you are.
Step off, Kingsley.
Act like something else. Oh, okay.
You're not my dad.
That's right. As Sam said before,
winter's coming.
Yeah. So Could you imagine could you imagine though if Ned Stark had said it like that? Hey, we must prepare.
Winter's coming.
Why?
Winter's coming.
Oh, is that bad? Should we
That
prepare?
sounds like the person telling you directions in the car. You must turn left.
Winter's coming.
Yeah.
I think it sounds more like a bad impersonation of Arnold Schwarzenegger saying Wiener is coming.
Winter's coming. Winter's
Except
coming.
there's a G on the end. It'd be Wiener's coming.
Yeah.
That would be.
My favorite moment of the entire movie. I laughed so hard I had to pause the movie. I really did. I love this bit.
Oh boy, looks like you got another one. Buzz off.
It's a man-cub.
A man-cub?
Yeah, it's a man-cub.
It's not a monkey.
No, it's not. It's a man-cub.
You have never been a more endangered species than you are at this moment.
You're telling me there's not emotion there? Like, that was great.
I mean, it's fun. It's funny, and Bill Murray does it well. But the faces don't match.
There's only so much an animal can emote.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, they don't have tears in real life, do they?
Some do.
They do when they watch.
My dog does.
Okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Peanut. She if you Someone told me that for whatever reason, there's the chemicals in tap water make their eyes run. So she'll have what looks like tears, whenever she gets all like when she's running a lot or whatever. Anyway,
my dog turns her nose up at tap water. She only takes bubbled water from France.
Really? Little Perrier.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, it's Perrier.
Oh, Perrier. Oh, Perrier. That was from Spaceballs. Yeah, sorry. Perrier, yeah.
I love it when movies cross over in the world.
because they were running out of air, and you had to open a can of Perrier.
Dumbass.
Perrier. Yeah.
That's Dumas.
That's Dumas. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, again, it's not a cartoon, where Baloo can raise his eyebrows real big and be all silly and stuff. Like they're as close to lifelike animals as you can get.
But
so.
I've seen other movies that do it well.
Like what?
Other movies that try to use hyper realistic animals.
I mean, give me an example. I mean, did Aslan the tiger?
I was just about to say.
But I'm saying the tiger, the lion, he didn't emote much, and Liam Neeson did great with him. Only thing he can do is blink.
What about Rocket Raccoon?
Rocket Raccoon? You're turning him into a person, and even then, he didn't really have a chance to emote much. Again, he's just.
I thought he had more emotion than the
Well, yeah, because he's got a gun.
Yeah,
and he can scream. But
now there was a frog that hopped up and got water on his head and wiped it off and shook his head, when it started raining. And I thought to myself, all right, that is very cartoony, but a lot of the other stuff that's happening is not really. I mean, it's more lifelike.
Mm-hmm.
You're never going to see a frog reach up and wipe his head.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly did.
I thought he was rubbing the water into his eyes.
Or whatever he was doing.
Yeah,
you don't see frogs do that.
Well, yeah, I mean, the animals are having to take on human characteristics and using phrases like endangered species and, he know what kind of bear he was and that he doesn't hibernate and that there are bears that hibernate. Like, why would they know that if they only ever live in the jungle? Why would they know that there are types of bears that do hibernate? So,
well, they vacation.
Oh, okay, sure. They went to the Junglepedia and was able.
Well, the Jungle Book 2 is going to have, they're going to Lost in New York.
I just thought it didn't bother me at all. I thought the emotions were fine. I mean, King Louie looked confused when he needed to, and he looked fierce and angry when he needed to. I mean, but their facial structures are fairly human-like, so they're able to kind of do that a little bit more. But I thought they were fine. I thought it was good. You're just a soulless bastard. That's fine.
I am.
Here we go. This was a little quip.
What'd I tell you? He's special.
I know he's special. I raised him.
Yeah. Dick. And then the last one I did, I caught this one, just because I had to.
Oh, Scooby-Doo, I want to be like you. I want to walk like you, talk like you, too.
It's kind of bad.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. It sounds like an old lady's vibrato in church and she can't keep her chin still.
Oh, wow. That kept getting worse. I just feel like at this point in his career, Christopher Walken has turned into a caricature of himself. It's like,
it's been this way since forever now.
Well, I know. I mean, definitely since we did the rundown. When he's doing all his weird stuff that he said in the rundown. I don't have that handy.
See, that was perfect, Christopher Walken. And if you've ever seen, was it Seven Psychopaths?
I have not.
He's kind of that same way in there too.
I know, but I just feel like he didn't always have this thing. Like, he wasn't like this in the few minutes that he was in, Pulp Fiction, right? He's just. Why is this not coming up? What's happening?
Oh, dude,
in Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
I think ever since he started doing comedies.
He's the one that talked about the watch.
Yeah, I had this watch up my ass.
Yeah, Army Cat. Yeah.
By the way, Seven Psychopaths is on Amazon Prime. Just so you know.
Really?
Yep.
Hey, it's me.
Oh, sorry. Where is it? Sorry, this is great. I know. What?
Can you not do a search for it?
Is that duct tape? Aye.
Sorry. I'm looking for the some of him doing his weirdness in the rundown. For some reason,
He's got my gato.
Yeah.
Catch him.
What?
That monstrosity won't give a.
Oh.
Flying far on
occasion for a pair of yous no more. He got what he was after.
What do you mean he's got what he was after?
He caught up with poor Marianne on the jungle. Relieved her of her artifact.
Okay, I don't want to play the whole thing, but here we go. Here's Christopher Walken.
I suppose now we have a conversation where you enlighten me.
Mr. Hatcher.
How many more of you are out there? Enlighten me. Where are the rest of your compadres? Enlighten me.
Mr. Hatcher.
What I don't get is why you people so hostile. I've been good to you. I built you a town. Why are we fighting?
Mr. Hatcher.
What?
So, what I'm saying is he hasn't always sounded like that. I feel like over the past 10 or so years, people have been doing imitations of him, and they make him sound like that. And so now he feels like he has to sound like that in order to be Christopher Walken.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he didn't sound like that in The Prophecy when we did Walking on Sunshine. That was the name of the episode. I did not come up with that joke. I'm pretty sure that was either. I'm pretty sure it was Chad or Corny. God rest his soul.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But he got so pissed last week when we told him we killed him. Yeah, every time we mention your name, Chad, we always say God rest his soul. He's like, you bastards. Go listen to that episode last week. It was a lot of fun. If you haven't done that already,
can we? I thought you said it wasn't available.
It's not available on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Yeah, we kind of got dinged.
It's too raunchy for YouTube.
No, it's mainly because
Check out butt ass naked in the
in the video stream.
Corny was doing more Facebook Live on there.
No, because you can hear the entire movie through my microphone, which I did intentionally so that people who at home, when they can actually kind of sync it up to what they're hearing through my microphone, so they know exactly where we are. But YouTube was like, nope, you can't play the entire movie on YouTube. You're going to get copyright hit. So they dinged me. So that's fine. Whatever.
You got dinged.
I did, but it's
still dinged hard.
I did.
You didn't buy him dinner.
But it's yeah, but it's still on iTunes and Stitcher and other various places. What was that new
where
place?
Podcasts are consumed.
Yeah. What was the other place that we're on
now?
Yeah, where fine podcasts are consumed. Yeah. I can't remember. There's another new one that we're on. I forgot what it was. Damn it. Not Pandora. What's the other streaming service?
Spotify?
No. What's the other one? Is there another one?
Libsyn?
No, that's our hosting site. I can't remember. Anyway, we're on it. Not SoundCloud. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're on it. So go listen to us there. Find us.
Hope you listen to us.
Yeah. I can't remember. Is it Spotify? It's not Spotify. Oh, damn it. Now I'm really confused.
Google?
Like iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio. That's what it is.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's iHeartRadio. Nice. We're on iHeartRadio.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll get to go to the iHeartRadio award show.
How cool would that be? It would never happen because no one listens.
We wouldn't be able to afford it.
Well, there's that too.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to do a GoFundMe account just to go to an award show that we didn't get invited to. That would be so cool, though.
All right, listeners, if you donate $25, you can you can help us go to the iHeartRadio show.
Yeah, the Grammy Awards. Don't they give Grammys to podcasters?
No, they actually have.
It's the equivalent of a daytime Emmy. It doesn't really matter.
Well, there is a podcasting award, but I think that's actually dying.
It's the Dundies, I think.
I don't know.
Dundies, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on iHeartRadio. There we are. No one's liked us on it though.
No.
No one's left.
I don't blame them.
No one's left any comments. It's okay. That's fine. We're not hurting or anything. Our egos aren't dependent upon specifically to the amount of likes and listens we get. It's fine. Really. Anyway.
That's why I curl up in the fetal position every night and eat cheese puffs in the bathtub.
Yeah.
Can I come over?
Let's eat some cheese puffs. Y'all ready for some trivia?
You can hear me go, look for the bare necessities.
As long as I can sit on your stomach while you float in the tub.
Hey, Sam, can you Photoshop that, make that happen?
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be great. Please make that happen, Sam. Oh my gosh. Take a screenshot from this movie and then put Cordy's face on Baloo and Andrew's face on Mowgli. Oh my gosh. That will be all over the internet. Oh man, that's fantastic. Here we go.
And now for some
Well, I got to be a big old brown bear, huh?
Ready?
That's right. The CGI character Baloo is so large and furry, he took almost 5 hours of rendering time per frame.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
Per
the stuff.
frame. When Mowgli first meets King Louie, he picks up a cowbell. This is an homage to Christopher Walken's appearance on Saturday Night Live when he demands more cowbell in the song Don't Fear the Reaper.
You know, I was hoping that wasn't the reason. I'm actually kind of sad it is.
It
It's kind of cheesy. That's not funny.
No, it's super cheesy. I'll admit.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
That's a little fan service. That's just Jon Favreau like winking a nod at Christopher Walken. That's all it was. Earlier in the film, where Shere Khan chases Mowgli into the valley, there's a stampede of water buffalo. Oh, I already said that. Or Mowgli kills him. That's all the trivia I got because there really wasn't a whole lot. Sam had some issues, so if you want to play the recasting game, Sam, that's fine. But I thought the casting was good. Obviously, you would leave.
Well, I think the
Baloo
bear from I don't know
Big Brother.
From what was that movie?
Panther?
Wild, not Wild. What's the one with up in Alaska?
Oh,
Mystery Alaska.
The Revenant.
The Edge or the Oh no, the Revenant. There you go. Yeah, the bear from the
That Baloo
Revenant.
would be a little bit different.
Yeah, I think that'd be. You want to
Call
talk
him
about more
Blood.
dark and violent?
Or possibly the tiger from Life of Pi.
Okay.
I think that would have been a better tiger.
Okay. Again, neither one talked. They just ate people.
Maybe the snake from Anaconda.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, instead of King Louie being that giant orangutan, can we go with the monkey from Friends?
Oh,
there you go.
Not Romeo. What was his name? I forgot. I thought you were gonna say Caesar from Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
I would have been
Now, see, there you go. There's some animals that emote.
Again, they're monkeys. They're apes. They have facial structures similar to ours that allow them to do so.
I would have enjoyed more fecal matter throwing.
Yeah, that whole scene where he walks in and he's being led to King Louie the first time, I thought, oh man, the poop here.
Well,
I
Bill
was
Murray.
thinking the same thing. I was like, I cognizantly watched the background to see if they had anything like that in the background. I thought, oh, this is the prime opportunity for shenanigans.
Well, even Bill Murray, even Baloo makes the joke. He's like, I've always wanted to come here, but the smell is powerful. He makes the joke about poop being in the place. So the only poop thing I can never really remember other than not that one.
That is one big pile of shit.
Is in Harry Potter 3, the hippogriff takes a dump on screen. Which is kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
A little CGI poop right there on the screen. But otherwise...
Speaking of CGI poop, how about a little bit of John Wick action coming up?
I'm so looking forward to that, dude.
So excited.
If there's a movie, Corny, that you and I could find a way to go watch together, I'm all in. So...
And then you got to have like a steak or something afterwards. Something manly.
Yeah. We'll go to Red Robin.
You have to kill the animal that steak comes from.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know if I can do that.
The pistol.
The pistol. Yeah. Okay.
God, your screen is bright, dude.
I know. It's my script. When I go from the Jungle Book, which is mostly dark, and then I go, bam. Anyway.
Boom.
Basically, that's the difference between you and I.
You said it, not me. All right. Soundtrack, great. I gave it a JF. It was just fine. It was fine. John Debney did the soundtrack. He did Iron Man and some other stuff.
Serviceable.
Yeah.
Speaking of Iron Man, did you like Moby's little leaf suit?
Yeah.
His Mark 1?
his Mark 1 leaf suit, yeah. Actually, I never thought about it like that, but that's actually great. Yeah, that was good. No, yeah, John Debney did the film. Again, there was moments where it sounded kind of like that. Did you guys notice, by the way, sorry, I'm going to go back to Rogue One for just half a second. Did you guys notice, Corny, have you seen Rogue One? You weren't on that episode.
Oh, yes, I did.
Were you on the episode when we talked? I can't remember.
No.
I feel like I haven't talked to you in like 6 months. We did kind of a spoiler ass half episode. We did like
the spoiler ass movie.
We did kind of at the end of one of our episodes. We did like 15 minutes of spoiler talk about Rogue One. But I forgot to mention, at least I think I forgot to mention that Giacchino did. We talked about this literally like after I hit the outro music and then came back. Giacchino did the music for that movie, but there was probably 2 or 3 moments in the theater where I was like, "Oh, that sounds like Star Trek," because it's the same dude. And we're finally starting. I'm finally starting to hear a little bit of repeat. Whereas now you listen to John Williams and you're like, "That's John Williams. That sounds like leftovers from E.T. and Jaws and Jurassic Park that he used for, the Force Awakens or something like
Man
that."
of La Mancha.
Yeah, or that too. So, but I still think that was. I still liked Rogue One a lot. I did. What did we learn? Mowgli is invincible. I don't know. Like you said, he's got pretty crazy healing powers for a little
Right
kid.
up par with Wolverine.
Yeah. Good for him. There we go. That's it.
Young people bounce a little better.
They really. You're right. You're right. They do.
And, with Brandon Sisters.
Sorry, Corny. I played that right over what you were saying.
That's fine. I deserve it.
Oh, okay. Top 3. We decided to do talking animals. Animals that talk in movies and things like that. And any type of talking animal will do, as we established beforehand. So, Andrew, your talking animal movie.
All right. I got an honorable mention of Homeward Bound.
Okay.
Incredible journey.
Yeah.
With Chance and Doggy McGonna die.
That was the first movie. You were talking about your son Sean dealing with death and asking questions. I remember specifically feeling sad in this movie and asking questions about that because I was in 3rd grade maybe when that happened. So surely that wasn't my first experience with death, but that I remember questioning it. Number 3, Aslan from Narnia.
Yeah.
Nice.
Number 2, the pug in Men in Black. I love a little snarky pug once in a while. Right. And my number 1 is also a talking dog of sorts, and that is Doug from Up.
Hello. Pearl. I just met you, but I love you. Yeah, that's my dog, all the way. For those who have met my dog. Corny.
Honorable mention for DMX and Always Barking.
What? Oh.
It's an honorable mention for DMX and Always Barking.
Oh, that's a bad joke. Okay.
It is.
Moving on.
All right, so my number...
Sam has
number
no
3.
idea what you're talking about, by the way.
No, who's DMX? Like, isn't that a bike?
No, that's a BMX.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
In fact, DMX is actually a lighting technology to pass
that's right.
information for lighting consoles, but he was a rapper from the 90s.
Oh, okay.
He barked all the time.
He literally did.
That was...
And he and Jet Li are buddies. Like, he's in a lot of Jet Li movies for some reason.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah, anyway.
Jet Li probably laughs as much as we do.
There's a moment in one of my favorite Jet Li movies called Romeo Must Die, and DMX plays the DJ, and his acting is awful. All he has to do is act pissed, and he's terrible. So anyway, just there you go.
Oh,
sorry.
Hey, I'm glad I could bring DMX into this.
Yeah, I'm really glad you did too, pal.
All right, so my number 3 will be Donkey from Shrek.
Okay.
Everybody loves some donkey.
Donkey
and some waffles.
In the morning, I'm making waffles.
Donkey.
There you go. Thank you.
Yes.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do.
All right, my number 2. I'm gonna go with. I'm staying in the same universe here, but I'm actually gonna go with Antonio Banderas for Puss in Boots.
That's actually a really good movie, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a good movie.
I watched it with Parker a lot of some years ago, but of course, my love affair of Black Tonio Banderas.
Black Tonio Banderas.
But no, yeah, I just like the idea of a cat who sounds like that. And then my number 1, my favorite animal of all time would be anybody who does a good Scooby impression.
Nice.
Any movie that he's in.
Right on. All right.
Awesome.
Sam?
All right. I've got some honorable mentions here, of course, of the Secret of Nim.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's actually on my honorable mention too. So
yeah,
it's on my list of shame.
That's those creepy movies from this. I don't know, was it 70s or 80s? But anyway, I think we've talked about it.
It was mid 80s. Yeah, it's got some. It's a pretty dark cartoon, but yeah.
And then of course I've got Kung Fu Panda on there for me, and Zootopia, which was a hit in this house.
Oh, Zootopia's great.
We watched it for the first time about a couple of weeks ago, and boy, that's a good film, and so poignant right now.
Some kids got scared by it though.
Zootopia?
I heard a lot of kids talking about, and even my personal kids were a little freaked out by it.
Interesting.
The scene where they were going nuts, all the animals.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah.
Rabies. I got you.
No.
I'm there, man.
No,
kinda.
The movie though is really, like you said, poignant. I mean, the whole movie deals with racism.
Political. Yeah.
Yeah, it's racism.
But it's an amazing way to express the idea of that and why it's bad. It's pretty cool. Yeah, you should see it. Check it out. My number 3, I have Ratatouille.
All right.
Remy.
The Remy and the rats who cook. My number 2 is Rango.
Never seen it.
Oh, dude.
Oh, isn't Johnny Depp the voice?
Johnny Depp is and it is amazing. The animation on it is incredible, but it is an adult animated movie. It's pretty crazy. But my number 1 has to be Babe, nominated for an Oscar. Made you feel for a damn pig. And that'll do, pig. That'll do. We'll live forever. So, how about you, Sean?
Oh, okay. First of all, I had to find this on the YouTube. Oh, come on. Really? Okay. Sorry, my phone decided. Here we go.
Guns don't kill people. People kill people. For example, these 2 guys with the machine guns. If they start blasting off, ain't none of y'all going home. And you guys are disturbing my business. So if your ass ain't black, you better get up out of here before it really get hot.
There you go. That's DMX for you with his phenomenal acting skills.
He doesn't sound like he rides bikes.
No. Yeah, he doesn't. Well, he might. I don't know. He might be a great BMXer. He and
his
Sean
crew was the Rough Riders.
Yeah,
he's got a basket and some streamers, I'm sure.
The little bell.
Ding 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 ding.
So,
what you looking at?
Yeah.
Ring ring.
Yeah. No, dude. What is happening? Is that me?
Yes.
Can't be.
Anyway, this break brought to you by awkward silence.
I don't know.
When you don't want to talk to each other.
Well, I don't know. There's somebody's phone's being weird. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay, it's mostly gone. All right. Anyway, so my number 3, honorable mention, Secret of Nim, and I wrote this down just for Sam. Watership Down.
Oh God! See, I can't put that on my list. Did you notice the author of that damn book died recently? I was like, good riddance.
Well, yeah, they're remaking it. We talked about
live action
Sad Bunny movie.
Yes, that freaky,
evil,
nasty,
violent,
bloody, violent movie. Yeah.
I mentioned that the other day to somebody, and they were like, "Yes," and I'm like, "You've seen it?" And they said, "It gave me nightmares." I'm like, "No kidding, I've never seen it. And it gave me nightmares." Number 3, Penguins of Madagascar. The movie is actually really fun. And especially when the octopus calls into the headquarters and he's up on the video, but you can't hear him. He's like, "Turn your mic on. We can't hear you." And then they get the mic on, but no picture. And the guy's like, "Every time a villain calls us, this happens." And then he finally gets it. And then he's like, "Oh, Dave, it's great." He's really funny. My number 2, old school, Fievel Goes West.
Oh,
that's right. Give him.
I forgot about American Tail.
Yeah. Give him.
I like the first one better.
Oh, the second one's so much more fun. The first one gave me nightmares. The Mouse of Minsk terrified me as a kid.
Yeah.
This one's more fun. I mean, John Cleese does a cat, they call him Pussy Poo. It's funny. What's his name? What's the dog name?
Danny DeVito.
Wiley Burp.
Joe Pesci.
No.
Oh,
nice.
Goes West. American Tail Father Goes West. 1991. Jimmy Stewart plays the dog. It's great. Dom DeLuise.
He's still alive?
Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, he was alive at the time.
Oh, wow.
No, he's still alive.
No, he's not.
No.
He died in 97.
I don't want to play a dog.
He died in 97. He was great in that. In fact, that was the last movie he did before he passed away. So, but anyway, that's my number 3 or number 2. My number 1 I wrote as the Narnia movies. I thought they were great.
Yeah.
Even the third one, which isn't great, but it's fine. I really
taken version of Narnia.
Every time I think of Taken, I still think of Deadpool, and he's like, "Gosh, they made 3 of those movies. At what point does he just become a bad parent?" Love that. If you want to actually laugh and kind of get mad at the same time, go watch the Cinema Sins of that movie, because they ripped the movie apart, but because we love that movie, it's like some of the ripping is both fair and unfair.
Yeah, I agree.
It's fair. It's a fantastic movie.
But then they take points off for good stuff that happened.
Like they took off like 2 points.
Yeah.
Cinema Sins for which movie? Taken?
Deadpool.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. So, they even make fun of the sex scene. They're like, only in Hollywood does it make it look like they're having sex throughout the entire year, whereas we all know that that's a lie. Like, yeah, but it's funny because they're celebrating holidays with different types of sex. It's great. Sometimes.
And then Lent.
Yeah, where they abstain. It was great.
Yes.
Have you Lent? And they're reading books. It's fantastic. It's a funny joke. Anyway, whatever.
Yes.
That's it. No email again because no one loves us.
No.
That's gonna do it for us. So out of 10. All right, guys.
I get lots of email. I just don't share it with you.
I get a lot of email too, but it's all work email and
junk mail.
Junk mail. Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, I've probably deleted probably 6. Somehow our cheapseatreviews@gmail.com email got subscribed to some like Beats headphones thing. So I was getting like all these, come buy these Beats headphones or whatever, and I was like, stop emailing me. So I had to unsubscribe. It's really annoying. Because then I'd see the email alert. I'm like, ooh, we got an email from a fan. Nope. So.
Dre really just wants us to buy those Beats, man.
I know. No, it's Apple. Remember, Apple owns Dre now. Anyway, Andrew, out of 10, your out of 10 for the Jungle Book, please, sir.
Out of 10, well, I have to disagree with Sam on a few things.
All things, everything.
You were talking about the landscapes being really nice. To me, they were a little cartoony, and I know that we were in a fairy tale cartoony land, but if we're making a live action movie, I don't know, at least the landscape to me should be a little less cartoony. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about it the wrong way.
Well, for what it's worth, Andrew, the entire thing was shot on a soundstage in California. There was no location shooting at all.
Yeah. So I had a little issue with that. I had a little issue with Christopher Walken.
What?
Yeah.
I have that somewhere.
What?
There you go.
There you go. So I'm gonna say, I don't know. It's not something I want to run out and watch again. So I'm gonna say a 5.
All right.
0.6.
Okay. All right. You liked it 1/10 better than Gremlins.
Yeah.
All right. Corny.
This is not as enjoyable as Gremlins was to me, but it wasn't that bad. So I'll give it a 6.2 healing factors out of 10.
That's actually pretty good. All right, Sam.
I really blasted it for some of the problems in it. It is a beautiful film. Will I watch it again? Probably not. I don't know. I might give this a 5.5 out of 10.
Okay.
I really don't see how it got the money it got.
Well, again, I mean, it was
You know what I mean? What they did
'Cause
was they just took the snake and just had it, stare at the
Apparently,
screen and give us money.
The trailer itself was fantastic. It was a very exciting trailer and got people interested in the movies. I mean, my wife and I spent money to watch this in the theater. There were a lot of children in the theater when we went. And worldwide.
Gosh, see, that just seems, I don't know. It's too intense for my kids. I'll just
Again,
say
you have a
that.
6-year-old and a 3-year-old. Like,
Yeah.
my 4-year-old, I wouldn't have let him. Actually, we were going to let him watch this with us until it was just too late for bedtime. I mean, it just boiled down to it. We ran out of time for him to be awake. We were going to let him watch this. So I like the movie. I'm probably not going to ever watch it again. Maybe, I don't know. Unless basically my wife says, "Hey, let's watch it again." And I feel slightly honor bound to give it a higher grade because I paid money for it in the theater. But I'm gonna say I'm just gonna give it a 7, just an even 7. I liked it. I thought there was a lot of good things. And you know, it's a fine movie. It's kind of paint by numbers, but it's a Disney movie. And
It's what you expect of a Disney movie.
Yeah, there was nothing you didn't expect. I mean, truth be told, the only thing that was really a wow factor, honestly, was the bear and tiger fight. That was when I was like, "Holy crap, that's great!"
Yeah,
and
it felt like they had weight to them. You know how sometimes CG characters, they don't feel like there's weight.
Yeah.
My goodness, did you feel the impact of that fight?
Yeah, you did, and that's a good point. I'm glad you said that.
I did because I put the subwoofer in my pants and it was incredible.
So one of two things.
Wait, I'm sorry, that was
there.
out loud. Shit.
You either have a really small subwoofer or you got some big loose pants. You were wearing maternity pants, weren't you?
Oh, what you trying to say about my wife, man?
She got pregnant and had to wear pants that were stretchy. That's true. My wife got pregnant, and we have 2. So yes, that's what I'm saying about your wife.
I forgot to mention the jump scare.
There were several, weren't there?
Well, there was one that I literally, it just made me jump, and I was.
Yeah, what was it? The same thing here.
It was the one where Mowgli and Bagheera were standing in the field, and he was like, "Mowgli, run!" And you knew something was going to happen, and then Shere Khan just pounces out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't jump, because that requires effort. But, I get you.
All right, fair enough. No, that was actually a pretty good jump scare. In fact, that actually was one of the few moments where I was a little annoyed at Mowgli. It's like, wait a minute, if you have survived this long in the jungle, I feel like you should have better senses and a better grasp of what's happening. Than like, oh, what's wrong? Is the water buffalo gonna hurt me? And all of a sudden, tiger jumps out. Like, if your panther buddy who's kept you alive says, get down and be quiet, okay.
Well, when he gets to be a teenager, he actually gets bitten by a radioactive spider, and he gets better senses.
Oh.
But it takes a little while.
Man,
you got to develop it,
I'm still frustrated so much that we missed so much of that Spider-Man fight from Captain America 3 in the theater. That scene was so good. Damn, that scene was good. Anyway. Long story. Go back and listen to a bunch of episodes long ago. Basically listen to the Captain America 3 spoiler episode.
Once again, I want him reading my eulogy. Sometime in the past, we did something. Shit, just go listen.
If you want to know the real Andrew, just go back and listen to all however many episodes of Cheapseat Reviews he was on, and don't forget to donate some money to our GoFundMe. I'm sure we'll still be doing that. Then. Oh, okay. That's it. That's it for this. That was fun. Moving on to next week. What are we doing next week? Well, we are doing something else kind of fun and silly. So we've taken this kind of paint by numbers, kind of interesting, pretty Jon Favreau, big name animated movie, and we're going to move on to something called The True Memoirs of an International Assassin. which is True Memoirs. There's a Kevin James. It came out straight onto the Netflix. It's got a Metascore of 37, whatever that means. I don't know what Rotten Tomatoes has it as, but
it's a score about a score.
Yeah, very meta. So it's a 5.9 on IMDb, but only 8,800 people have voted. That's actually saying something. So I know very little about this movie other than he's a writer who pretends to be an action star and then turns into an action star. So basically it's like all the Jack Ryan books. So anyway, except it stars Kevin James. So it should be fun, I guess. I don't know. This will be our second one of these kind of movies that was straight to Netflix after having done that really bad movie that we did. What was that movie?
Ridiculous Six?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. Ridiculous Six.
Golding.
Yeah.
Golding.
I wish I had that handy. I don't think I have anything from that movie handy. But anyway, so we're gonna do that next week. Hopefully it'll be fun. I don't know, maybe not.
We can watch it with our burro.
Hey, burro. Oh my gosh! Thank you, Cody, for that.
That's another movie I think we'd be peeing ourselves watching it together.
Yeah, I mean we had a good. Yeah, I mean you know.
Oh, the burro's gonna be pissed.
What?
Well, that was uncool.
Oh, okay. What?
So, what can I do you for?
Oh, that. Anyway, so, man, these clips are long as hell. I don't know what was wrong with me. All these clips are like 28 seconds long. Anyway.
Good Lord, dude.
Yeah, that was funny. There you go. There's that movie.
Well, cool.
So anyway,
you were on that stuff.
I guess there's something wrong with me. I don't know. Memoirs of a true memoirs of an international assassin. So look for that next week. And that's gonna do it for us. I got to get to my script so I know what the hell to say. We also got some other really cool stuff coming up. Mission Impossible 3 the week after that, and then we go real into the cerebral with Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And then we've got some other stuff coming up. Interstellar's coming up, so wait for the Sam Sean showdown on Interstellar. It's gonna be fun.
Boom, boom.
It'll be galactic.
Yeah, it'll be galactic and all the other
Out
of this world. Thank you. We also got some other good stuff coming up. So, for those of you who have requested movies from us, Sky High is on here, and
son of a
Kung Fury was requested by my brother-in-law. It's on here too. So we'll get to you. If you have a request, please send them to cheapseatreviews@gmail.com or on our Twitter account at cheapseatcast. Or on Facebook, facebook.com/cheapseatreviews.com. Facebook.com/cheapseatreviews. I can't listen to Corny and talk at the same time. But who can, right? And that's going to do it for us. So that was a lot of fun. Oh, please, of course, leave us a review on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and where all other podcasts are consumed. And
there it is.
There it is. And that's going to do it for us. So, hey guys, that was fun. Thanks for coming on. It was fun. So we'll do it again next week. And Happy New Year. And yeah, so on behalf of Corny,
F the police coming straight up.
On behalf of Corny, Andrew, Sam, this is Sean saying thanks for listening and good night.
That will do, pig. That will do.